How y'all are? Today, we cooking up some New Orleans style barbecue shrimp. These shrimps not the kind you put on your grill and cover in the regular tomato and vinegar based barbecue sauce. No, these Gulf shrimps are basted in a buttery blend of herbs and spices and served with lightly toasted French bread to help sop up all that barbecue sauce goodness. Everybody down here got their own version of barbecue shrimps, but the New Orleans restaurant hotspot for barbecue shrimps is called Pascal's Manale. People come from all over the world to wear one of their baby bibs and get a taste of New Orleans barbecue shrimp. But Pascal's ain't got nothing on us. So let's get started. First, we want to devein, clean, and season 1 pound of extra large Gulf shrimps. That's about 10 to 12 in a pound, so they big. Different folks gonna show you different ways of deveining shrimp, but all you really need to clean big shrimps is a pair of kitchen shears. The goal of deveining is to cut along that back shell just deep enough to take out that black vein of intestine. I'm gonna use a knife to help demonstrate for the sake of this video. But when you cleaning shrimps under running water, the pressure from the running water make it so all you need is your fingers to get a clean shrimp. Just like that. See that joint between the shrimp head and body? You want to take your shears, open them up a tad, and wedge that lower blade right between that joint into the shrimp. Then just follow and cut along the contour. Go slow if this your first time. We don't want no accidents. Now separate your shells until you see the vein and then take it out. You can use a paring knife, but like I said, when you do this under running water, the force of the water help with the removing process. After you do this a couple times, you can clean that dozen shrimp in less than 3 minutes. I guarantee. And there you go. You got a clean shrimp. Now, watch me do a couple more so you know how to handle yourself. I don't know why this one was clean, but anywho, after you get them cleaned and rinsed, you're going to season them with 2 teaspoons of Mrs. Clotilde's Creole seasoning. Certified by the Louisiana Department of Agriculture, this the best Creole seasoning I done come across, hands down. I'll put links in the description box just in case you want to try some. In a skillet over medium heat, you want to warm 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Then add 2 tablespoons of finely chopped yellow onion and 1 1/2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Then your seasoned blend, which is a 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of iodized salt. And then you want to saute that for about a minute until it starts smelling really good. Now, once that starts smelling up your kitchen, you want to go ahead and mix in a 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce. That first little batch, I thought, let me go ahead and try to be fancy and pour it up. And then I said, no, that's okay. I'll use my measuring cup. So the first black container was a 1/4 cup. And so this quarter size measuring cup equals a 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce. You also want to add 1 teaspoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And next, you want to add 1/2 cup of sweet sherry. You can use any sweet sherry. This is the one that I use. I like the Bristol Cream, but by all means, use what you like. Then you want to add 1/2 teaspoon of thyme leaves, about a tablespoon or so of your favorite pepper sauce, and the rest of your Creole seasoning, plus 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic and 1/4 teaspoon of granulated onion. And then you mix that together and just let it simmer until it starts to reduce and thicken a bit. And when that happens, we'll start adding the butter. Now let's start whisking in the 1 cup of salted butter by 3 to 4 tablespoon batches. Make sure your current batch of butter is completely melted before you whisk in the next batch. I would say the butter needs to be soft enough to dice. So about 15 minutes or so outside of the refrigerator. I don't think it needs to be room temperature because, as you can see, you're going to be putting it in some hot liquid and you're putting it in by batches. So it really shouldn't decrease the temperature so much that it messes up your sauce. Just make sure you heed the cardinal rule. Completely melt the current batch of butter before whisking in the next batch. I know somebody out there saying, that's a whole lot of butter. And the only thing I can say to that is, you can't have never had barbecue shrimps. Because if you had, that would be the last thing you'd be thinking about. Don't forget to adjust for taste. Now, bring your barbecue sauce to a simmer. And then once it's simmering nicely, you begin layering your shrimp as evenly as possible into the barbecue sauce. Then once you get all your shrimps in your pot, you want to cover them and simmer for about 7 to 8 minutes. And if all your shrimp didn't get submerged in the sauce, then you want to turn them halfway through the cooking process to ensure that they season just right and that they properly cooked. And you can see how the side that was in the barbecue sauce, you can see the difference in color between that side and the side that wasn't basted in the barbecue sauce. Now remember, this is a total of 7 to 8 minutes, not 7 to 8 minutes on each side. And then after your 7 to 8 minutes, you want to go ahead and take your shrimps off the heat and let them marinate for about 2 to 3 more minutes before you serve them. And there you have it, New Orleans style barbecue shrimp. Make sure to serve them up with a generous helping of sauce and lightly toasted French bread for that authentic Louisiana Creole and Cajun experience. And whatever you do, don't forget to dip your bread. Man, you talking about some good eating now? Woo! It don't get no better than this. You can find recipe ingredients, instructions, and links in the description box. And remember, when you mix a little bit of Creole with a little bit of Cajun, that's good eating. See y'all next time.